Oh yeah. Oh, sir. Woo. I can hear Texas.
Hey, I did see something kind of neat this week. In
Yeah.
Disney Springs, they have like these stages scattered around. It's a huge live, huge outdoor mall. Disney Springs is. It's huge. It's bigger than any outdoor mall I've
Yeah.
been to in my
Yeah.
brief travelings. I'm sure in maybe like Indianapolis or Washington D.C., they probably have malls equally as large. Where they have large shopping populations. But scattered throughout this huge outdoor mall, they have live stages. That they're not like huge stages. They're 12 by 12, raised about a foot. So one night last week, this guy has a guitar, and his partner has some form of electric drum that I have not seen before. It was clear, shaped like a rectangular cube that he sat on it. So it's like long because it's tall enough he can sit on with his knees bent just a little bit. The side facing the crowd and where his hands are, he's facing the crowd. At least half of it is drum material of some sort. He doesn't have like drumsticks, he's just using his hands like he would like bongo
Sure.
drums. But the further down the device he hit it, the lower the note, towards the top, had higher notes. It wasn't like a snare high, but like a tom drum. So it's like toms at the top and bass in the middle. And man, it
Was
sounded
it
freaking
electric?
good. Hmm?
Was it electric?
It was electric, yeah, yeah, and it's clear,
Okay.
like you can see in through the back and the side. The front side that was reactive was like leather black, but
Sure.
clear. I mean, there was nothing inside of this machine, instrument. It was all, I guess, on that front half, that front piece, that he was touching. But it's sweet, man. Like he just carried it in one hand, had the speaker in the other, a cord wrapped around his arm, and he set that baby down,
Beast.
plugged it up, instant drum set. It was so
That's
cool.
beast. That is cool, man.
Yeah.
That's where it's at, dude. That's beast. That
Yeah.
is beast.
And these guys are so talented. At least a guitar player, the drummer. I mean, who can't just like drum on something? I mean, I'm not in the bands. I don't know, but the guitar player is like playing everybody. Coldplay, Garth Brooks, Led Zeppelin. Man, oh my gosh, I just forgot. He was like reaching back, man. CCR. He just had like he just calling out a crowd. He's like just yellow band, any band, just yellow band. I don't care.
Hey. Okay. So, sir, I heard that we got something going on today.
Well, we got this Sweet 16, baby. It's time to get down to the Elite Eight.
It's time. It's time.
It's time now, man. The Hogs is in the 8. It's time to get some comedians in the Elite
Right.
8, baby.
That's right. Hey, so I wanna bring this thing out, man, with a little joke action, man. A little joke action. So I'm gonna go ahead and tell this joke, and I'm hoping that maybe if I tell a few more of these, maybe next year, maybe I'll be in the tournament.
Yeah, I got
Maybe.
you. I see.
All right, man. So hang with me on this. Tell me what you think. Go ahead and grade it for me, man. 1 to 10. I don't know. Hopefully I crack that top 5 or better. I went to the zoo the other day. There was only a dog in it. It must have been a shit zoo.
All right, man. So let's hit it, man. Tell me what are the matchups? What we got here? Who's on first, man? Who's the first matchup?
Okay, first matchup: Dave Chappelle, Chris Farley.
Chappelle Show, Chappelle Show, Chappelle Show. That alone puts him like pretty close to the top of the list. That was an insane show. That was insanely influential, and it was so popular he had to move to Africa. And yeah, Dave Chappelle, his stand-up's killer. He's always thinking outside the box.
Chris Farley. Oh man, what a funny dude. So sad to have lost him so soon in his life. Obviously, we have of course Tommy Boy, and when they redid the movie and did Black Sheep, but changed a little bit. Black Sheep's still really funny. We were talking about the map with the ROADs and limit. And of course the best line from maybe the entire history of SNL of a van by the river. He's a comedy legend for forever.
So, I mean, I don't know this, but if Chris Farley didn't die, Will Ferrell's career may not have been what Will Ferrell's career was, because we got two sort of similar make fun of myself comedians that writers were writing movies for the person. But Will Ferrell wasn't really he wasn't on his way up, man, until well after Chris Farley was gone. Just saying, Will Ferrell may not have had the Will Ferrell career.
I think you say that, and I just imagine Chris Farley. I'm on fire. I'm on fire. Running around the racetrack.
I mean, I'm not saying that they would have played the same. I don't
Right.
think that he would have got the same role, but those
Sure.
writers may have been still looking at Chris Farley and not at Will Ferrell when they were having their ideas.
No, I was just thinking of Chris Farley like being the Will Ferrell character.
Yeah.
That'd have been a lot harder movie if it was Chris Farley.
Yeah.
Still the same kind of funny, but yeah, that's a good point.
Who's next?
John Mulaney. I left the L out. Mulaney versus Eddie Murphy.
Ooh.
John Mulaney. He is my personal pick for number one, just because he's my favorite comedian right now. His stand-up is killer. He was a writer on Saturday Night Live for a while. He wrote the Stefan bits, famously for Bill Hader. He's got a lot of range too, where you should check out Oh Hello on Broadway on Netflix. It's a really weird little play he did with Nick Kroll. And Sack Lunch Brunch, which is like a musical comedy for like kids and adults that like, is there any, he can do pretty much anything he wants, and I'll certainly watch it. Mulaney. Let's just pretend like the TV show Mulaney didn't exist, because he sucked on that. But anyway, Mulaney.
This isn't even really fair. John Mulaney's going against an epic hero and Eddie Murphy. He actually transcends time and space. I mean, he literally went back in time and made an extremely funny movie. He basically went Back to the Future just the other direction. He made his jokes count in the 12th century.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
Yeah, I think it's gonna be Eddie Murphy all the way, man. I don't think that one's number 3.
Robin Williams.
Mm.
Kevin James. I want to see a movie with them both in it.
That'd be good.
Yeah.
Oh, Robin Williams. That's really all you got to say. His name is synonymous with comedy, pretty much. I've heard that there is like a G-rated, R-rated, and NC-17 version of Mrs. Doubtfire out there, just from like all the cutting up he did on set and improv, which I'd really love to see at NC-17, Mrs. Doubtfire. But anyways, if you guys vote for Kevin James over Robin Williams, I will come to your house and burn it down.
I don't even know how they got together. I mean, I want to have like a save, dude. I'm just saying we need to save Kevin James, dude. All right, number 4.
Martin Lawrence, Adam Sandler.
Oh man,
The Sandman, Adam Sandler. As a young, impressionable lad, I probably watched The Waterboy 57 times. Something like that. He's got a lot of good movies. The Wedding Singer might be like one of the best romantic comedies of all time. He was on Saturday Night Live. He's got a lot of comedy albums, and you should check this out. He has a new Netflix stand-up special, 100% fresh, that was really good. He needs no arguments from me. Everybody knows Adam Sandler.
both of them have got movies, man, that are kind of like on my go-to list. You know, when I need something to watch. Both of them do.
Travel Drive. It's a terabyte, 2 terabytes actually. I take it anywhere I go. And on there, I've got both Bad Boys, and I've got several Adam Sandler rom-coms. I'm a romantic deep down, way down, way down. I don't have 50 First Dates. Sorry, Adam. That's a little too romantic. But Mr. Deeds is on there, and I love Chuck and Larry. Great movie. Great movie. And that actually has 2 of our comedians in it. But yeah, man, I don't know. That's a hard one, Ted. How do you see this one going? I think we're gonna need some help.
Well, I mean, it's not up to me and you. I mean, it's our judges are.
It is. It's gonna go from the votes from the viewers. Our judges are gonna, our special judges are gonna give their take. It's gonna be close, man. It's gonna be close. This might be one of those we come back to, because the winner of this, I think, has a chance to make some noise. Winner gets the ribbon. The winner of Robin Williams, Kevin James. It could be an upset brewing.
Man, I
Yeah.
watched Solo today on the way on a plane ride. Have you seen Solo? It's the Star Wars, you know.
Oh,
It's awesome, man. You got to watch it.
Okay.
If you don't watch it for any other reason, the Mother of Dragons plays the girl in the movie.
oh,
And
damn.
I want you to
okay.
know that lady, she is she has all of her clothes on for the entire movie, all the way up to her neck.
Yeah.
I mean, I've seen her naked, but you know, so is everybody else. But
Right.
she is so believable.
Yeah. Yeah.
Obviously, I didn't
Very
read the
talented.
script. It's the second or third time I've watched it. I already knew what was going to happen. I still couldn't believe it when it happens. I still can't even believe it.
Right. Right.
She has me on the hook. You know what I'm saying? Like I'd bleed a dinosaur for her. Who's number 5, man? What's the 5th matchup?
Jerry Seinfeld and Sinbad.
Mm.
He's like Cher, just needs one name.
Does he even have a name?
Sinbad. I don't know.
Sinbad. Sinbad made, I mean, you can't say Sinbad without talking about the greatest movie ever filmed. And I think we all know where we're going with this. 1996's The First Kid. Winner of Best Actor, Best Supporting Actor, and Best Costume Design at the Oscars that year. Deserved even more trophies. It is what critics have been calling for a long time, and I agree, the greatest film of all time. And Sinbad was great in it. So, yeah, watch that just on a loop, 24 hours a day until your eyes bleed, and then get back to me.
All right. At the top of the bracket, the overall 1 seed, our special guest, Ben Bishop's #1 comedian, the man who says, don't double dip your chip, Jerry Seinfeld.
Man, this is another one. It just wasn't even fair.
It's not. Sinbad was my favorite comedian as a child, man.
Yeah.
And to have to go up against Jerry Seinfeld.
It's just how the matchups work out, man. I mean, that's how I feel it's going to be Seinfeld. And he's still kind of young, man. He's not necessarily done. He's got a show now, you know, but I mean, he could still.
Does.
He's got time for another one.
So I want to tell you that at the time when you were flying back home from Orlando, this matchup was tied. There could be an upset, bro. I'm just saying, if Jerry Seinfeld goes down in the first round, Ben might shave his head. Just out of just tears.
All right, man. What's that number 7 match?
Steve Harvey takes on Sarah Silverman.
Sarah Silverman is one of the edgiest, just ballsiest comedians working today. She's always been really funny. She's had a long career. I think she had the Sarah Silverman show. I didn't see this, but she was a actor and writer on Saturday Night Live for a while. Must have been before my time, but I'm sure that was some very funny stuff. You never know what Sarah's going to say, and I think that's fun.
Steve Harvey, baby.
It's not fair. It's not fair. Sarah's a very funny comedian. She's hilarious. She's an up-to-date comedian. She jokes about things that we deal with here in 2020, 2021, 2019. She's a very real comedian. But to go against the legend, Steve Harvey, not even right.
Mm.
I don't know. I don't know how voting's going to go. This is another one.
Yeah.
It was also tied before you flew home.
I I don't see how he could lose, man. I just don't. I don't see how.
Well-
Not this one.
I agree with you, but the problem he's having in our voter district is a lot of our voters, man, they're less than 30. And Steve Harvey he wasn't cracking people up on stage in the last 20 years. So
I don't
there's
know.
the meeting.
Yeah, I
There's
don't
the
know.
meeting.
That's his career the last 20 years. I don't know where they were at. They ain't seen him.
Richard Pryor, Chris Rock.
I'm actually a little embarrassed to say that I have not seen Richard Pryor stand up. A little before my time. I know I need to. I was listening to an interview the other day with Eddie Murphy, and he was talking about how Richard Pryor was like the first comedian to really do like long form pieces, and that he really changed the art form. And pretty much every comedian working today is influenced in one way or another by Richard Pryor. I've seen one of his movies with Gene Wilder, and it was really funny. But yeah, that's something I definitely need to fix, and we all need to be watching Richard Pryor.
Chris Rock, another very recognizable voice, which you can hear his voice in the Madagascar movie. His stand-up was it was very, very smart. He would do very complicated ideas in his stand-up, and he would repeat it over and over again. That way, you really got the setup before getting to the punchline, which really changed stand-up, because then a lot more comedians started doing that, of repeating over and over again, so people understood the concept. Then we have him, his movie career. He was in The Longest Yard, so funny. Head of State, and then my favorite role he's had, the 12th Apostle in Dogma. My favorite line that he has, and she says, "You knew Christ? Knew him. He owes me $12." Kills me. Great.
And to wrap us up, the last matchup of the Sweet 16, Ron White and Aziz Ansari.
I don't even know how they even got together.
I think everybody knows Ron White from the Blue Collar Comedy Tour. And I think of that lineup, he was probably like the most subversive, like funniest one, really. And it's not a surprise that of all of them, he's the one that's like kind of still out there, kind of doing his thing. The tater salad bit, like, he's really funny. Good times.
All right, so the last matchup. Jack Daniel drinking, profanity speaking, blue collar comedy hero, Ron White takes on the funny man who just made. I'm gonna get someone blank on the name of this freaking show.
Well, Aziz
Not
Ansari.
The Office. But
What?
Not The Office,
Office.
but
Parks and Rec.
Parks and Rec. He made Parks and Rec what it is. Treat yourself, Aziz Ansari. Aziz, man, if you have not watched his stand-up set, you are literally hurting yourself.
I think this is going to be some of that East Coast, West Coast theory of mine, because Aziz is funny, but I do not think Aziz is on the same level as funny as Ron. No. I'm telling you, man, it's East Coast, West Coast. He's funny, but I can only stand so many of his whiny little jokes about being a little bitty guy. Then it just starts grating on me. I just don't care.
Kevin Hart?
Man, how is Kevin Hart not in this? Oh my gosh. I mean, his movie last year, he plays the guy taking care of the crippled man. I just forgot the name of the movie. Hey, I'm telling about these two guys. This is some of the best acting I've ever seen from two people. You can't believe it's Kevin Hart, like, the guy that's always cracking jokes and, getting whipped on by big guys, but damn.
So Kevin Hart, goodness, I'm glad you brought him up. Kevin Hart literally got one less vote than Sinbad. That was the cutoff. Sinbad made it in. Kevin Hart did not.
There's just so many.
It breaks my heart, man. You only got 16. Like, No, man, Kevin Hart, man, no disrespect, man. You're probably the funniest guy. I love watching everything you do, from Best Man, weddings, from man, you're in everything, man. You're great. Wish you were in this. But Aziz Ansari, it might be East Coast, West Coast thing. Nothing against Ron White. He is a hilarious human being. I can't wait to watch him in person now that you're talking about your experience. But Aziz Ansari, man, not but and Aziz Ansari, he is so funny. I guess I have to go back and watch his stand-up again because I did not catch those. And or maybe it's just the fact that as a little guy, man, I feel the same way he does in a lot of ways. I don't know. I'm not a little guy anymore. I'm now like 180 something pounds. So I wish maybe I drop about 20 pounds. I can start getting the jokes again. But
it is amazing to me that the guys from the Redneck Comedy Tour, Ron White and the Cable Guy,
yeah,
the other guy that I just forgot his name of, but Jeff Foxworthy was really the only TV name before he put these guys together in a bus and started driving around the country and, you know, having these rock star style comedy tours. He just like drug him. I don't know where they just like barroom comedy houses, all they were playing. I mean, they were obviously playing in big places. I'm sure they were all getting played in Vegas, but they weren't getting played in Little Rock and Fayetteville. You know, they weren't making a bucks until Jeff Foxworthy throws them in a bus and says, let's go get rich. And now we know them all, but they absolutely, their career, their life was pretty much, except for the Cable Guy, he was still young, but the rest of them, their life there as a career as a comedian was pretty much at the end when they went on this tour. They didn't have time to be in movies and have TV shows, none of that. You know, their career was unrealized until the very end of their career.
I mean, that dude who did Here's Your Sign, like that was the most hilarious time. I mean, that 2005, 2006 area, everybody was saying that to people.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah, to the point it just got annoying. You just didn't want to hear it anymore.
Right. It just took over the nation for like 2 years. So let's go ahead, man, Ted. Let's go ahead and take like a 15-minute break real quick. Let me tally these scores. So, hey, go do your makeup, Ted. Freshen up your lipstick. Do whatever you got to do. And maybe brush out that beautiful mustache. And I'll be right back with the scores, man. All right, Kev, I got the winners. Let's run through the next set of matchups.
Yeah, man. Who's next week, man? Who we got?
All right. So Dave Chappelle beat Chris Farley. So Dave Chappelle's moving forward. He will take on Eddie Murphy, who knocked off John
Mulaney.
Robin Williams knocks off Kevin James. I can hear people crying, probably people moaning in the streets, man. Kevin James is such a talent to go down in the first round. Robin Williams will move forward. And in our closest matchup, Adam Sandler knocks off Martin Lawrence.
Man.
What a competition. This is why we do this. This was like a game knocking down 3-pointer at the buzzer to knock off Martin Lawrence.
My wife thinks I do this to get out of chores.
So Robin Williams will take on Adam Sandler. And the winner, obviously moving on to the final. Jerry Seinfeld runs right through Sinbad in a late push from the Seinfeldites. I don't know how you call the Jerry team. Jerry Seinfeld moves on to this next round. He will face Steve Harvey, who took down Sarah Silverman. Steve Harvey, Jerry Seinfeld, two titans.
Yeah.
And then in our last matchup, Richard Pryor goes down to Chris Rock. Chris Rock will take on Aziz Ansari. Aziz Ansari, forgive me, Aziz, who knocked off Ron White in a very close matchup.
Okay, so it's Jerry Seinfeld and Steve Harvey.
Yes, sir.
Robin Williams and Adam Sandler.
Yes, sir.
Chris Rock and Aziz Ansari. and Eddie Murphy, and Dave Chappelle.
That's right.
Man, we've done it again. We got Eddie Murphy and Dave Chappelle. They're different ages, very similar. Well, I don't know. Dave Chappelle hadn't had any movies, has he? Eddie Murphy's kind of got that edge, man. He just had a fresh movie out right now. You know, I hadn't seen it yet.
Fresh movie. Fresh movie.
I don't know what about Chris Rock and Aziz Ansari. I don't know how that's going to go. Probably, I don't know.
It's crazy. So it's really funny. So we got Dave Chappelle, Eddie Murphy. The winner gets the winner of Robin Williams and Adam Sandler. There is a chance we could have two guys over the age of 70 inside of this competition taking each other on. Oh, wait. I don't know how old Jerry Seinfeld is or Chris Steve Harvey, but you were right. We have different careers, different different generations going back and forth. So
it's going to be some heavy hitting, man. I mean, it's going to be some real. There's going to be some real tense moments. I mean, I'm glad I'm not a voter because, man, Jerry Seinfeld, Steve Harvey. Whew.
Yeah. Woo. And the winner gets Aziz or Rock. It's not like it's a walk to the championship. Man, it's going to be big time. Glad I'm in this seat, not down there voting.
I've got my pencil out over here. I'm scrolling here trying to figure this out. How's this going to come out, man? I don't even know who's going to be number one. You got any predictions? Who's going to win, man? Who's going to take it all?
So I think either Jerry or Aziz will come out of their side of the bracket. And I just have a feeling, man, it's going to come down to, man, I think Adam Sandler's going to take this side of the bracket. I think we're going to have Adam Sandler taking on Rock or Jerry Seinfeld. Maybe Robin Williams pulls it off. I don't know.
Well, when I look at this, so on the right side, we got Robin Williams, Adam Sandler, Eddie Murphy, and Dave Chappelle. I have no idea how Dave Chappelle and Eddie Murphy is going to come out, but I don't think either one of those guys is Robin Williams.
I don't know. Or Adam Sandler.
So that means I'm taking Adam Sandler out right now because I mean I'm saying if that's me, I'm taking Robin Williams. So Jerry Seinfeld on the left with Steve Harvey, Chris Rock, Aziz Ansari. I don't know that. I don't see Steve Harvey surviving the next round, but I don't see Chris Rock or Aziz taking out Jerry. So I've got.
Robin Williams.
That means it's Jerry Seinfeld and Robin Williams, but I think, and man, I don't know. I don't even know that's what it's going to be, though.
So it's funny. I agree with you on Jerry. I got Jerry there with you, but I got Adam Sandler going all the way. Adam Sandler, Jerry Seinfeld, and I just got a feeling, man, Jerry's going to take it to the house. But,
gosh, man. I'm telling you, man, Kevin James just got taken out too. He's just out too soon, man, because, man.
Okay. Are you saying you got Kevin James over Jerry Seinfeld?
Nope, I'm not saying that. I'm saying, but I think that's a better matchup than.
But
I think that's a better matchup than Jerry Seinfeld and Aziz Ansari.
All I'm saying is, if you got Robin Williams going all the way, Robin Williams took out Kevin James, he'd have taken him out somewhere. I mean, Robin Williams would have sent him home at some point.
Oh no! I mean, no argument. I mean, no argument. I'm just looking at the left side of the bracket, thinking. I just think that left side of the bracket matchup got kind of weak. You know what I'm saying? It looked pretty strong, but it kind of got weak.
Yeah. I mean, I'll be honest, man. Like when we first laid this bracket out, I don't think we realized how strong one side of the bracket was. Every year, man, we thought that those NCAA tournament guys, they don't have it hard. Me and Ted had it hard laying the bracket out.
Oh, man. Hey, it's pretty cool, man. This comedian's been calling me up saying this is going to look good on my resume when then I get the no-show.
That's right. No-show prep. No-show prep.
I didn't even know they knew my phone number, you know.
I gave it to him. I said, he's in Orlando. Just stop by.
Just stop by. Oh, man.
Yeah. Chappelle said he's got a new band together. He's trying to see if you want to come hang out.
I don't think they'd let me in the house, man.
No, they stay in your hotel.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
But yeah, man. So it's kind of neat, but we both got Jerry Seinfeld going all the way. Kind of, and it's also funny that from the same matchup, Adam Sandler, Robin Williams, we both think that each one of them has a chance to get there.
Yeah.
But man, just cancel the series. We got to figure it out right now.